Hi guys, so you're looking to break 100 for the very first time or just more consistently? Then here are 5 tips and strategies that might help you achieve this, guys. So number 1, guys, would be course strategy. So give the bogey strategy a go. Obviously, we're trying to break 100. If we've got a par 72, we've got 27 shots to play with. So we can afford to have 9 bogeys, 9 double bogeys. So par 4s, play them as par 5s. Par 5s, play them as par 6 if they're really long. Play them as par 7s. The big key is to eliminate the big numbers. For scratch golfers, we're only averaging 0.8, 1.2-ish birdies per round, so we're not shooting the lights out even as a scratch golfer. It's just that we are eliminating the bigger numbers of the scorecard. So try the bogey strategy, guys. Turn those par 4s into 5s. We'll take a 5, take a bogey. We've got a chance to break 100, guys. So also with course management, guys, we can play smarter golf. We don't want to be aiming for pins. We want to be aiming for middle of the greens, taking trouble out of play here. Prime example, we've got the pin on the left. Could be a nice little green light, but if we pull it slightly or just pull it by 6-7 yards, it's going to kick the bang, go down. If we come up short, we've got 2 bunkers to go in. So I'd like to play this actually a little bit longer. So one, smarter golf. Forget the pins. Pretend the pin is in the middle of that green. There you go, slap bang, middle of the green. Actually couldn't place that more in the middle of the green. So stop taking on those pins, guys, unless the pin is actually in the middle of that green. Then I'll give you a green light to give it a go, guys. Right, guys, so for course management and smarter play as well, when we're on the tee box, let's make sure we use the tee box as well to play smarter golf. Take, for example, on here we have out of bounds on the right. It's really tight down the right-hand side. So for me, by using the tee box, if I come and tee up from the left, I'm really bringing the right more into play. So let's play away from the danger. They call it the cone of misses. So for here, if I want to take right out of play, I'm going to hit further from here. So if I come to the right-hand side of the tee box, the hole just looks a whole lot more open, a whole lot more inviting. So smarter play. Don't be afraid to use the whole of the tee box to play away from the trouble and opening up that hole, guys. So for smarter play, also a little bit of strategy. We don't have to take on the Hollywood shot. I can see that little gap there. If you can, it's probably about a yard. But if I can't hit a 50-60 yard fairway, can I get it started on line? Take that, and if I hit the tree, obviously it could go anywhere. We're bringing those big numbers in. So sometimes, although we want to take on the Hollywood shot, the simpler play, I know it's the boring, but as we way to break 100, we probably have to play some boring golf. I know to try and play scratch golf, boring golf is the way. So back into play, boring golf. Just try and cut down on those Hollywood attempts and leave those to Sevi. So smarter play, guys, is also from the rough. If it's really sat down, I've only got about 170 yards to go. Trees in my way here, but you think we're going to get from the green, it's 160, 70 yards. So I really want to be hitting the green. But if I grab my 6-iron, 7-iron, if I haven't got the speed to get through this rough, chances are it's just going to come fatting it out through from here. So you really need the tighter left grip, need the speed, the steeper angle of attack, the smarter play. Put the 6-iron, 5-iron away. Take out your gap wedge, take out your wedge. Just try and get something down. Can we get it down 80 yards, 100 yards, leave ourselves 60 yards in. We're playing that bogey, double bogey golf. This is really sat down. Grip the left hand, more loft on the club. So we've got the ball out, back into play. Could have got that further down there, but it saved it just flopping it 10 foot, 20 foot in front of me. Smarter golf with a bit of loft, guys. Right, guys, number 2, can we improve chipping and putting, the short game? I know we're probably going to lose so many shots around the green, but there's some simple keys to take away and we can keep it really simple. Number 1, in terms of chipping, really dial in the basic chip and run before we have to think about, do we have to lift the ball, soft landing chips? If we can nail in the basic chip and run, done videos in the past, there's lots on there, there's all the Dan Greavy stuff. As Dan says, there's no excuse not to have a world-class setup, then it's just practice. So if you can really just get better at the basic chip and run, I'm not going to go through all the technique on here, but by dialing in the basic chip and run, this is my 54 degree. Don't go in first time. We can really make the short game a lot simpler. And all we're going to do then, we can then use different lofts for different speeds, different lengths of shots, but we're keeping it really simple, less chance of digging. I would take, for what you've got on here, the bogey strategy, if we can take no more than 3 shots, we would take that every time. So by taking the chip and run, which will probably be 90% of your chips anywhere around the green where we don't have to go over everything. It really is going to help reduce those wasted shots, those dreaded duffs with chipping again. As you say, we never want to chip twice. So here I've got my 8 iron. Keep things really simple. It's going to run out more. So really dial in that chip and run, guys, and even if we have to go over something, then we can move more into using more the hinge, different releases. But if you grab yourself your lob wedge, we can also cheat a little bit with the chip and run, with that extra loft. And say the pin is at the front here, if we had a bunker to go over here, we can just take that out of play. If this is the shot that you're more comfortable with, take short out of play. We're going to go long. So if there's a bunker here, get your lob wedge. You can still play the chip and run. Just forget the pin. We'll go 30 feet past, take a 2 foot back. Still got plenty of height on there. So if we're not comfortable about using the different bounces just yet, we're looking really just to break 100. Honestly, dial in the basic chip and run, use the different lofts for the different scenarios, and that is definitely going to help take off some of those wasted shots around the green, guys. Right, guys, so the putting, definitely the 3 putts, what are the killers on the scorecard. It's not the missed putts from 6 foot, 8 foot, where we all think we hold everything. We all think the top boys hold everything on there. They definitely don't. For me, you're probably the same as me. I don't actually get time to practice that much, but I have dialed in a little feel in terms of my putting. If you see some of my videos, this is the only go-to drill I go to. It's all about speed control, which is the key. If we can control speed, control start line. So for me, so I've got some pegs out here at 10 foot, 20 foot, 30 foot, 40 foot. I actually use a little clock face system, what I designed myself. So for me, I use the same tempo. It's all about tempo and feel. But my clock face works as the top of the grip and my hands. So for me, if I use the same tempo on standard speed greens, what I normally play on around here in the UK. So when my hands go into the groin area, that's my 20 foot. My 30 foot is the mid thigh. And my 40 foot is the outside right thigh. So for 20 foot, as I said, this is my inside thigh feel. Not had a putt today yet, but we'll give this a go. Keep the same tempo for all. So the goal is to get to the peg. Can we go 18 inches past, somewhere in between there? It's perfect speed control. So that has gone 4 inches past the pin or the peg. So for 30 foot, really soft grip. Triceps are connected to my chest. This one's my mid thigh, it's just in my peripheral vision. Same tempo. See, honestly, it does work, guys. That's actually just finished 4 inches short of there, but we are uphill on there as well. This is actually an uphill putt, so I would probably play this about 2 foot more. But last one, 40 foot, a little bit uphill, so it's going to be a bit slower. So this would be the right thigh, outside of the thigh. There you go, a little bit uphill, so it's gone about 38 foot there. So that was why I just go a little bit further. But in terms of speed control, honestly guys, if we can dial in the speed control, give this one a go. It's all about, can we deliver the same tempo, the same rhythm? If we dial in those distances, those 3 putts are definitely going to come off the scorecards, guys. Right guys, number 3, find yourself a go-to club off the tee. If you know me, if you know my channel, you know I like speed. So if you can get good with the driver, definitely get better with the driver if we can. Go and practice on that. But when you're out on the course, if we ain't got the confidence that day or the hole is tighter, let's have a go-to club. Might be the hybrid. If you're struggling to break 100, you might be struggling with a little bit of speed, so the irons are a little bit harder to get launching. So the hybrids, the fairway woods, definitely going to be your friend. Can we get something? Find a go-to club that goes 180, 200 yards. If you're using that bogey strategy, we're playing the par 4s as par 5s, remember, to break this 100. So find yourself that go-to club off the tee that you're comfortable with. It might be a 5-iron, might even be 7-iron if we're playing the bogey strategy. We're going to take a double bogey on one of the tighter holes. If there's water out of bounds, why not take your 6, 7-iron, play that hole. If it's a stroke index 1, 2, 3, play those as the double bogey hole. Let's just make sure we get it down there in play. But if you can get a 180 club, if driver's not your friend on that day, go find that go-to one off the tee, guys. Right guys, so number 4, we've just got to keep the ball in play. As we said previously, got to eliminate the big numbers. So off the tee, let's just make sure we're not having to reload. That's definitely what's going to cost us a lot of shots. So for example, here we've got a par 4, but it's off a front tee. So it's actually about 200 yards-ish to the flag, or 220. But here you've got 2 ditches. So it's actually, I'm going to play only a 130-yard shot. I'm going to play to the heart. It's actually one of the hardest holes on the course here. You've got like a triangle shape on here, so it's keeping it in play. We're not bringing the trouble in. There's out of bounds down the right. So if you've got a hole, if there's out of bounds, especially predominantly for the slicers, if it's down the right, we aim down the left, or we take the club less. So instead of getting driver, like we said, we might hit the hybrid, might go down to 5-iron, 6-iron, if that's bringing the dispersion in. Obviously, the less loft we go down the clubs, the more speed we generate. Our misses are going to get bigger. Again, that cone of misses. So let's bring those misses in, take the reloads out of play, even if it means a longer shot into the hole. So here, the middle of where I'm looking is a 130-yard shot. So smarter play off the tee. There you go, that's a 135-yard shot. Smack bang in the middle. I've not brought any of the trouble into play. Smarter off the tee, guys, and eliminate those reloads. We don't want any of those. Right guys, so number 5, and if you've watched my channel over the past year or 2, you know I like to go chase the speed. Having a little bit of speed definitely helps the game, helps through the bag if we can combine this with a good short game. So tip number 5 is just definitely invest in yourself a little bit. Just start if you don't already. If we can increase our flexibility, increase our strength, that's going to help deliver the club, hopefully a little bit quicker. So invest a little bit of time into yourself, 10 minutes a day. If you haven't got time to go to the gym, we can do some movements. We can do some gym work at home, but 10 minutes of flexibility a day, give that a go. Might help unlock a little bit more range of motion, increase the hand path. Then if you've got time to incorporate a bit of gym, even if it's just at home, 2-3 days a week, if you can just do body weight exercises, by adding on that strength, it's definitely going to help when you want to try and break 100. If you can add a bit of speed throughout the bag, off the tee, it'll go through the bag as well. It's definitely going to help you break that 100 a little bit quicker if that is your goal, and whatever standard of golf you are really. I definitely find, especially at the moment, the desk job takes over a lot of the life, and when I don't do my training, especially now at 45, I still want to swing at over 130 mile an hour club head speed. If I'm not hitting my daily mobility, I'm not doing the gym, I'm definitely struggling to keep up to the speeds where I really want to go to. So 5, definitely invest in yourself, nutrition, a little bit of fitness, flexibility. So if you can combine the speed with a good short game, dial in that chip and run, we're definitely going to be breaking 100 a lot more regularly, and then you're going to be watching those break 90 videos. Right guys, hope you enjoyed that, hope you found it useful. If you did, if you want to hit that like and subscribe, always a big help to the channel and always much appreciated. Right, course is pretty quiet this afternoon. So I'm going to go play a few holes, practice what I preach. So until next time, guys.